time around the numbers hit the screen, and they have 9,100 crores is what agencies are reporting the PAT to be. Prima facie, that's a clear beat on the numbers. 800 crores at that. We were expecting a number of 8,300 crores, but of course we were expecting that on a standalone basis. So these are consolidated numbers. I'll just hold my comment before the standalone number also comes in on the screen. The consolidated PAT has come in at 9,100 crores. Agencies suggest. We are looking at the standalone refinery performance this quarter around the oil and gas segment. This would include, of course, the subsidiaries as well on the retail side as well as RIL. It's the standalone number that we're watching out for. So pardon me for saying that this has been a clear beat, because the like-to-like comparison has to be with the standalone earnings. And that number, I would believe, is on your screens now at 8,196 crores. Given that base, you would say that these numbers are in line with estimates. I mean, I wouldn't even want to qualify it as a marginal miss, because it's about 100 crores from our expectations. And on that base, like I said, about $1.25 billion, you would say that these numbers are in line with estimates. I'm awaiting the data on sales, and I'm also looking at the margin performance in a bit. But that's an okay performance. I mean, not stock moving, so to speak, unless you look at the consolidated picture and look at RIL.
So I don't think RIL contribution is going to come, because RIL is not making money. So the contribution would come from petrochemical business, the contribution will come from the refining business, and the contribution will come from other income. These are 2-3 things which you have to look at it. From the NP business, nothing would have come out. What they have to say about demand, what they have to indicate about refining margins, and what they really have to indicate about, what has been the cash burn for Reliance Jio for the quarter gone by, that will come as part of the income statement. But based on these numbers, will Reliance stock, jump by 2-3-4%? Absolutely no. Reliance has been on a tear in this year. It's been an outperforming stock. In last 1 month also, Reliance has given this market that much needed nifty cushion, that much needed booster effect. So based on these numbers, are traders likely to rush out and they're going to be chasing the stock tomorrow morning in the pre-open session, and then markets will open at 9:15? Of course not. And Ajay, I don't have anything on the fine print, just one prima facie number, and 8196, which means numbers are in line.
That's correct. Nikunj, the standalone number, which should be seen as 8,200 crore, the net profit number, it is in line with the 8,300 crore which we were estimating. So nothing great over there. However, consolidated number 9,000 for a moment gave an impression that the number is a blockbuster, but that is not the case. Talk of revenue, which has come in around 70,000 crore. That's also a consolidated revenue. We don't have the standalone revenue or the GRM number right now, because that will really move the needle for Reliance Industries. Give us a couple of minutes, and then we'll quickly get back to you as far as that number is concerned.
We are waiting those numbers as well. This is purely the oil and gas business and not including the subsidiaries. So just on that segment, the performance so far, as we understand it, has been in line. On the profit side, we are awaiting the sales number. We have a consolidated sales number, revenue number, that we don't want to focus on. We want to focus on the standalone number, and let's see what they've delivered on that front. There's a beat on the EBITDA performance at 12,700 crores versus ET Now poll expecting that number to be 11,850 crores. So that's interesting. I don't know what would that translate for GRMs, where the benchmark is $11.5 per barrel in the same quarter last year. And this time around, you're looking at the number coming in at close to $10 to a barrel. So beat on EBITDA, we're calling a revenue beat, but I haven't still seen the standalone revenue numbers. So let's wait on that. On a standalone basis, profits are in line with estimates, and margins, or at least EBITDA, has beaten estimates. Still awaiting the standalone revenue number. Do you have that, Ajay?
In fact, Tanveer, so the weakish number actually came first. So inline profit looked slightly weak, but that came in first. If you look at the EBITDA and top line both, the 70,000 crore top line, which looked like a consolidated number, is actually the standalone revenue. And by that standard, it's a very good number. Even on the EBITDA, the standalone EBITDA is 12,700 crore, very good EBITDA. So this will go as a good number, because top line growth is good, margin is good, and the bottom line is in line. So now the number which will move the needle is actually GRM number. But with this number, I will go with a pretty decent show this time around.
That's a complete out and out Our performance coming in and superlative performance this time around, at least on the top line. Deven Choksi joins in with his perspective as well. Deven, big beat on revenues, and we are waiting the GRM number, but I don't think they would toe the line on $10. Perhaps there could be a bit of a positive surprise there as well, purely on the basis of what they've done with the revenues and the EBITDA.
Yeah, well, I think on the face of it, the numbers are absolutely convincing numbers. I think much in line with what we all had expected. So obviously, I think slightly better though, I think from our expectation, but I think it is a good feeling. I think as I see it, the volume increase, I think has to be, the prime driver of these numbers as I see it. On one side, you have got the higher amount of what you call throughput of the crude which has been processed, as against last year's below 17 million barrels. I think this year it is going to be 18 million barrels plus. And also on the petchem and polymer side, I think we are basically likely to see the larger numbers coming on individual product stream basis. The GRMs, as we calculated, I think we find that somewhere around 11.2, 11.3 should be the number. However, I am waiting for the details. So I think numbers are largely in line with our calculations. So we need to see more details coming up to validate the same.
Now, the other income always plays a very large component in Reliance. It's contributing to about 1/3 of the total profit approximately. So the good thing here is that these profits, even though they are in line with numbers, there is no other income booster which has come in. And the other income is still high. I mean, on a 8,000 crore, if you have another income of 2,000 crore, it's still a sizable number. That's 20% actually. But it's not like a other income based surprise which has come in. Ajay?
Nikunj, actually GRM and other income both are a surprise. So GRM has nudged the $12 mark.
Anand, you think
we were working with $10.5, $10, kind of a range, but they've come in at 11.9, which is the $12 mark, is really a big beat as far as GRM goes. The other income, just imagine we were assuming 2,400, 2,500 crore other income. They've come out with only 1,900 crore, which means contribution from other income is low. Still the number is 8,200, which is a very good number. So the details are actually tilting it in favor of a strong show by Reliance this